You,
Holy Christ!
yes! You lying bastard.
No, I didn't lie. I actually, I went about it a different way. I was able to pull it a different way.
That's awesome. So what James just pulled is the greatest call in wrestling history. You hear the gong, the lights come up, the Undertaker's there, and Michael Cole yells, "Holy Christ." That's how you know nobody knew he was going to be there. That's genius.
I didn't even think about it until I was actually like moving some files around. It's like, wait a minute. I've got a couple of those that I need to move anyway. Could I try this just to be able to get the audio? And I can't believe it actually worked.
That's your first name in the Wisey Translator is Jason Kelce.
Look at these goofs.
I'm sorry, but the leaping over in the jeans and the Tims, still amazing.
I would have actually thought it was just goofy, but then again, this is the same guy who ripped off his shirt in the middle of a blizzard up in Buffalo, and it's so 54 degrees or 43 at that particular point with the wind chill, thanks to Michael Cole, the weatherman. By that point, was nothing for him.
No, and Homeboy never wore sleeves when he played. He's pretty used to it.
Michael, we're going to stay along the same lines. We're going to go a little out of left field tonight. Your first name in the Wisey Translator,
Holy Christ!
is Michael Cole.
JR who?
I like that. He's no Excalibur. He's no Joey Styles, but he is the JR for our generation.
He is. I've also never seen anyone look stupider than in a singlet and a headgear either.
I completely agree. I'm glad that you brought that up, but
he looked like a schmuck and a half.
I'll tell you this much. After Cody won, and the fact of like all the pageantry that took like 20 minutes before the cameras went off, two things got me. Samantha Irvin crying, and then Corey Graves crying on on audio right behind her when McAfee said it. Where Cole was actually saying Samantha Irvin getting emotional, and Cody and Cole hugging each other outside the ring, and Cody actually just like kept saying, "I love you, kid," because he's known him since he was 5 years old.
Yeah, no, that was phenomenal. Your second and final name in the Wisey Translator, Jim, is Tara VanDerveer.
I'm always going to be partial to Coach K, but you don't argue with numbers. She's got him by a couple. There's nobody better. She doesn't have as many as Gino or Pat, but the job that she did bringing that program to the prominence that it is now, and will continue to have her thumbprints and imprints on that program for several years afterwards, until she completely steps away from everything and rides off into the sunset for the last bit of her life, living the good life at this point. We're never going to see anybody come anywhere close to that record.
No, I agree. That's why I wanted to give you her in this, because I know you are a fan of hers.
Michael, you're second, and a little bit more apropos to where you don't have to go searching for it this time. Name in the Wisey Translator, Darius Garland.
There's two ways I can do this. There's the TO way where I start crying and go, "He's my point guard." Won't do that. I will say this. And this is an announcement for all you morons on social media. If you think getting rid of Darius Garland's a good idea, hand in your Cavs fan card and shut the fuck up. Donovan doesn't stay if Darius isn't here. Tell you that right now. You want Donovan to stay? Darius cannot go. It is the most dynamic backcourt in the NBA. And yes, I'm a homer, but I'm also not wrong. He needs to stay. He's going to do nothing but get better. Shut up. Shut up.
The only hole I'm going to punch in that argument is that unless they make the Eastern Conference Finals, if they go out in the first round, not only is JB going to be gone, but I have a very, very suspect feeling that the core four that you have, one of them is going to be moved. And if I was a betting man, I'd probably say it was going to be Darius as opposed to Jared.